Tony, how would you describe Logan's outing today?
Phenomenal. Always gritty. He didn't say anything to me, but probably a little bit under the weather, too, which adds to it a little bit. Hot hitting team coming in as well, and then kind of a no room for error game. And then he obviously was able to do so because he kept his pitch count down the way that it was. But again, no room for error, and to get out of the eighth inning the way he did was kind of the exclamation point on a great outing.
What's he under the weather with, and how is Susac?
Oh, I think just not feeling 100%. I don't think anything major of note, but Susac, X-ray's good, just a contusion there, and it was hard to tell if it was a stinger where it was just numb for a while, kind of like you hit your funny bone or something and eventually it goes away, or if it's something that was going to linger, and probably the contusion just kind of shut everything down, working around it. So doing the at-bat wasn't going to, and for him to stay back there was a little bit more of just his toughness and stubbornness, and then also him and Webby kind of hooked up there, but there was no way we could do another at-bat.
What was your impressions of Melton this afternoon?
Worth the hype. You know, I know he's kind of the guy now with those other two guys exiting, and big body, works really quick, takes a breather when he needs to. Obviously the cutter's a difference maker for him, but when you're almost, he's got a good sense of when you're focusing on that too much, when to add in. I mean, the split's just kind of an extra pitch for him, but his other stuff's so good, and he's smart about when he uses it. It can finish a hitter off like it did a couple times, so he's got a lot going on there for him.
Your team didn't wind up with a ton of, guys in scoring position type opportunities, but what did you think of the at-bats when you did get those?
I mean, based off the video I've watched off, Melton, I thought our guys had really good at-bats. There was a lot of hard contacts. We had a guy thrown out at the plate. Maybe you want the pitch count, but I mean, he's a guy who attacks. Another way to beat a guy is war of attrition, and so maybe some longer at-bats would have been desired, but the swings for the most part against him were as good as anyone's done. So that part was good. I think something that's starting to rack up consistently, and part of it is nature of our lineup, but also part of it is just maybe a little better approach needed, is just doing a better job against left-handed pitching.
Sam Hentges has been so good for you, especially since he came off the IL. Very, very rare. I'm sure he wasn't very happy with it today. But what do you feel like he's given you since he's been here?
I think kind of a swing man. He hasn't been asked to close a game, but I think could do that. But he's kind of a guy we lean on to get out of jams. In particular, that starter inning that's kind of his last inning can be so big, and he's been a guy we've leaned on the most there. And then the one thing, if you're not a big strikeout guy coming out of the bullpen these days with how these guys are throwing, you need to be very well balanced against left and right. And, we go over the pinch hit possibilities before the game, but he's been so good on right-handed hitters for us. It's kind of helped him stay in games or go into games, and then also have success when he's out there. But, yeah, he's been a rock for us down there. And it's good to see Foley's kind of picking up some steam. You got to give a guy some grace when he comes off injuries like the way he did. And it had kind of been a couple good outings, a couple really bad outings. But he seems to kind of be picking up some steam. So hopefully those three guys and some others can carry the load.